stop it or
Yeah.
dig out the trench and put up a blockade.
Yeah, definitely have to dig the trench out today because it got pretty damn deep. That's what we woke up to this morning. We had a pretty bad storm roll through. Definitely flooded the entire area. As you can see, there is a drain there, which has been slowly covered up over the last couple of years, but the pad was outside, so it never mattered. And quite honestly, it never flooded like this when it was outside. So that's probably what we're going to be doing today. I don't know that we're going to get into the car. It kind of depends. I got a buddy, and that buddy of mine has given me some sheet metal, so I just got to go pick it up. But it's a pretty nasty mess. It actually got all the way into the back. Ooh, I just about fell. Water actually came all the way back in, puddled here. But if you see, the floor is actually brown all the way back. Actually flooded up and filled the valve cover, so it was pretty decently high. So yeah, something where you can see that's about 3 to 4 inches. Well, heck, we got water in the top of this, so that's roughly 3 inches too. I was surprised it didn't get in this, but it's a nasty mess. So I think I'm going to have to clean the whole pad out today, and then I'm going to have to spend some time digging this trough back out. Now they're even scraping off the road currently because so much debris came down. I'm going to walk next door and check the body shop. My buddy's out of town. He's in Italy. And Duke Electric put the substation in a couple years ago, and they did it illegally with no permits, and nothing was done in a residential neighborhood. So I just want to make sure he didn't flood because they didn't put any kind of drainage. You can see the debris on the street. So yeah, he definitely got some water in. I might call him and get his passcode, because just make sure nothing got wet. So yeah, interesting day today. Had a hell of a storm last night. I believe they had a tornado down in Florence, Kentucky. That's, I don't know, 20 minutes south of here, maybe 30 on a bad day. So I don't know that I'm going to film any of this, because quite honestly, it has nothing to do with anything I actually film. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out. This might be a video today if I get to the car. If not, I'll just add this as a clip on the next video. Hey guys, I want to try this again. I have stupid, I hit photo and it was on motion photos, it wasn't doing video. So I don't know how much we're going to get done today. I've spent basically all day cleaning the garage. It's like 4, I think, 4:30. So I'll flip you around here. I got the bulk of the water and mud out. There's still a little bit underneath the car, which is just because I can't do a whole lot about it until we move the car. Most of the day has been wasted doing this. It's 20 feet of drainage ditch. It's 4 inches wide and about 4 inches deep, so it can take a lot of water. But over the last couple of years, it had bent, all the covers were broken, they were pulled off in a couple of spots, and it was legitimately completely filled with dirt. I used a Maddox, scraped the entire thing out. My dad drug the hose out, we sprayed everything with high pressure water, blew out the pipe at the end because it goes out that way. And then I used a 120 volt air blower and blew air straight down through it again and pressurized everything so that it blew out. I'm not sure what all we're going to get into because I've already had to take one shower today. a buddy of mine got me some metal, which I'll show you in a second, and I did not want to get in my car covered in mud, so I had to take one shower, and I'm quite honestly covered in mud again. So I don't know that that was worth taking, but at least I was able to get in my car and not make a mess. So I'll flip you around here. Now my buddy is an electrician just like me, and he's actually currently working and demoing out switchgear. That is a 3 foot by 4 foot switchgear covers. There's 4 of them there. Then these are 24 by 16 or 18. I don't remember which one. I think 16. But those will be very good pieces of metal. It's nice and thick, and it will be a very good piece to bridge across here. I can basically do it all in one piece. I'll run the harness down there and put a cover over the harness, and then I can just basically brace this straight across with one giant piece. I'll be able to do the entire floor in maybe 2 pieces, hopefully. But that's really thick, and it is way sturdier than the original sheet metal. So I have no worries that it will not hold up. Sorry, I keep moving the camera because I don't have it on my little tripod. So yeah, that's where we're at for the day. This is probably not going to get uploaded today. It's probably not going to get added or be a video total. So I'll probably just, if we do anything on the car here tonight, I'll do another clip tonight. I honestly doubt it. I am exhausted. He's tired and exhausted. I actually cleaned up a little bit in my neighbor's shop next door too, because he's out of town, and he got some water in his too, and I went ahead and did that. And then the highlight of today, if I can show you, that's my shop vac, and I was pulling on it, and it tipped over, and when it tipped over, the wheel just broke off, and it dumped about 5 gallons of water, and it dumped it right back in to the garage that I had just spent like half the time cleaning out, which it was a little past that fan. Sorry, I didn't realize I turned the camera around. And legitimately, it just dumped everything right back in. So that was always nice, you know. You can see how high the water got. I mean, it's on the tires of the Explorer here. And then you can see the line on my lockers, which I have not opened yet. I'm going to assume they have mud in them. Actually not too. Sorry, I dropped you. They're not terrible. So I got a little bit of mud in them, and I'm surprised that did that. I also think I just flipped you upside down, so it's always fun. Stupid pop socket fell off. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at. As you can tell, it's being a fantastic, awesome day. So, I'll leave you here. We'll see you on the next clip. Morning, guys. Back out in the garage today. I'm not sure what I'm going to get done. I'm going to try to work on the 50 a little bit today. But truth be told, I feel like complete death. I do not feel real hot. So it's probably just going to be some piddly crap. I'm going to start running the harness back through, because once I bridge the sheet metal there, it's going to be blocking it. I don't want to try to fish that whole harness and all those connectors and crap down through a new channel. So I'm probably going to screw around with that a little bit and see what I can do from there, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be out here. I feel like crap. Dad feels like crap. Wife feels like crap. So I successfully got our pool open, got new stairs in it, did that this morning. Water's actually not terrible. It's like 76, 77. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the lights behind me. And yeah, I don't know, that's what's going on today. Again, I'm not sure if this will be its own video or if I will just postpone today and add another piece tomorrow, because again, It really just depends how long I'm out here. So I'll probably set you guys on time lapse. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. It's nothing exciting. Hey guys, I'm back. You just see me kind of dress all that out. I'll spin you around here and show you what I was looking at. Alright, now this one here I had actually cut because I was an idiot and I had a brain fart that day thinking these were permanent fixtures that were on it when the wire went through. They are not. They got snap-on covers. I was just a sissy and couldn't get it to snap off on this one because they are a bastard to get snapped off. Relatively easy to get snapped in, but once they're in, they do not want to come off. So I basically just put this guard all the way across on both sides. I stopped it here because I'm going to be doing some trimming. This is the door harness for the old door, and everything in that is getting abandoned except for this connector. No, that's not that one. It is, I don't know, one of these. One of those are speaker. Oh, it's this one right there. That's the rear speaker wire, which I'm going to save because I want to mount a speaker 6x9 or something back in there. The rest of that's probably just going to go away. I'm going to come over here and drill a little hole and pull that speaker wire connector through and put a grommet in. And then the rest of the harness will tuck back underneath this piece and then come up in the new sheet metal with a grommet. Or what I was thinking, like in spots like this where I'm going to put my new plate, because the plate's going to go basically, this piece here is coming off. And I want to basically run that plate right up to this seal, or this seam. So it'll bridge this whole area. It's going to go all the way out until about right in here. That way it doesn't interfere with the seats, because that's the seat bolt, and it covers all this. Well, in spots like this, I've got some edging. It's like rubber. So this will obviously get pushed back down into its holder, which it's been pulled out of. And then I'll put rubber across that corner. So no matter what, if it rubs, it won't damage the wire. It'll be the same deal back here where it comes out. I want to be putting rubber wherever it's at. So if I run it straight down and then come up, it'll probably be in this corner back here. Sorry, no, I didn't realize you couldn't see, but it'll run down, it'll come up behind this and then come up through the new sheet metal. So I'll probably notch it there, so I don't have to undo all the connectors, because there's a bunch of computer boxes and crap. Well, it's that whole pile right there. And I'll just do the same thing there. I'll cut it and put edging around it so that it works as a grommet, and then I'll just seal the area with silicone, because that's basically what they do to begin with. They do it with big rubber fittings, but some rubber trim cut tight and then pack it with silicone, it'll be fine. So that's where I'm at. I want to do some measuring, get an actual measurement of this, and then I'm going to go ahead and start cutting pieces. Again, I'm not sure how far I'll get today because I feel like dog shit. Then I've got to figure out that right there. That's the antenna for the radio, which I want to save just because I don't want to tear the dash apart. So what I think I want to do is fish this thing back through the original hole, and then up through there somewhere, back in there, and then right there is the original hole for the antenna for the original car. So I'm going to try my best to get it back there. So that's what I'm doing. I'll cut you guys back on the next clip because I feel like crap, and this is going to take me a little while. So see you in a minute. You've seen a pretty good time lapse of routing the antenna. That sucked way more than it should have. I took it back out the original factory location, which dumped into the wheel well. Brought it back around. Let me spin you around here. Anyway, came out there. It actually comes in down here, goes out. I came up about 2 inches, popped back into the same column. Because it actually doesn't come into this location. It comes in down lower. And it's like a separate divider in there. I couldn't get that divider fished. So, because I had this one cut and it has access to a similar port up here, there's a hole down in there on the inside that was covered by the original fender. It has a little rubber insert. I just stuck a knife in there, popped the insert, ran it back up through, and then up through back in there. The thing is so long that it did not want to let me sit it flat here. It's still not perfectly flat, but it's close. I'm going to tack the washer down because there's nothing there to catch it basically. And then I'll just tweak the antenna a little bit till she looks straight, which isn't that big of a deal. I mean, in reality, I can kind of get it there, just force my hand a little bit, but it won't stay that way because there's nothing to catch it. Once I weld it, it'll obviously not be able to move, and I'll be able to just grab onto it and tweak it over a little bit. I don't know that I'm going to get anything else done today. I feel horrible. I've had the fan on me all day on high, except for right now, because I know it picks the fan up on the volume all the time. But I don't know that this is going to be its own video. I think I'm just going to add this to the next one because I feel horrible. And I think I'm going to go back inside and take some medicine and hope like hell I feel better tomorrow, because right now it's no bueno. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys for today, because I don't know. I just don't feel real hot. Don't feel like sweating out here while feeling crappy. So I don't know. Kind of disappointed today because I was really hoping to get some stuff done, but I feel worse today than I did yesterday, and I felt pretty crappy yesterday. So hopefully it'll just be like a 24-hour thing or 48-hour thing, and hopefully I'll feel a little better, because I just feel super weak today, and I've been pounding down Gatorade and water, and I do not feel like I've drank anything. I feel dehydrated. So, I mean, I guess it could be worse. I could be crapping my guts out, and thankfully I'm not doing that. But I do feel like crap, and I think I'm just going to take the day off. So I will see you guys tomorrow, which will just be here in a second for you guys. So see you in a minute. Hey guys, it's Saturday morning. I'm down at 4Speed on 50, which is a retro diner. He does a Cars and Coffee event every weekend. It's a pretty good time. Just gonna kind of turn you around, let you see a little bit what's going on here. That's actually a really cool little rat rod up the hill there, moving around. We're kind of late today, so we're kind of in the back. I don't know why my camera did that. But anyway, new Ranger, which not quite my thing, but it's cool, I guess. That's beautiful right there. Not sure who brought the Passat, but there's usually a pretty good turnout on my social media, on TikTok and stuff like that. I do a little more single car walk-ins, you know, kind of like circle the vehicle, do all that. But I'm not going to really do that today, so if you see something there and you like it, you can check over there and probably get a little better video of multiple cars. There's the owner talking on the megaphone.
I'm gonna draw a ticket. You guys can go up.
This is a couple I know is Volkswagen bus. It's absolutely beautiful. He actually runs a modern water-cooled Volkswagen motor, like out of a Jetta. But he daily drives it.
Whoever
I mean,
has ticket
this is his car,
5042.
and it's pretty dope. But there's a lot of different variety of vehicles, like this Gasser Sweet Pea. It's pretty awesome. As you see, this whole facility here and the diner up here are all owned by the same gentleman. The guy actually rolling around here in the golf cart. This business is awesome. It's great food, good prices. All the waitresses are in retro, like sock hop 50s uniforms, so it kind of sticks with the theme, which is pretty cool. And this place, we do it every weekend because it's only maybe 15 minutes from the house. This vet has been down here for years off and on, and the guy, it's staged through. He's done a little bit each year, and he actually won Cincinnati's Cavalcade of Customs with this car this year, which is well worth it, well deserved. It's a beautiful vet. It's not my cup of tea per se, because I'm not a huge vet person, but it is absolutely awesome, and nothing but respect for it in the build, because it is legitimately beautiful. So there's always pretty good selection of cars. So I'm not sure that I'll get it in the garage this weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. We got plans with my father-in-law, who just lost his wife, so we might be dealing with that, hanging out with him, making sure he's okay, trying to support him, because yeah, it's a rough time for him. And I know my girls are taking me to a movie or something, I don't know, or a date night or something that they won't tell me exactly. They want to surprise me, which that's fine, and I'm looking forward to spending the day with them. Dad probably won't go because he is pretty antisocial and doesn't like leaving the house very often unless we're doing car shows. Right up there, I can zoom in, that's the 4-Speed on 50 museum. This whole facility here is one big open area, and it's got all kind of vintage 50s Americana memorabilia, gas pumps, cars, just stuff from, you know, the 50s and 60s, a little bit maybe from the 70s, but all very cool, very unique pieces. If you're ever down in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, it is definitely a spot to hit. So he also owns that facility there. In fact, that's their gift shop. They always got some cool car themed variations and stuff like that. So that's where we're at. I just want to throw this in with the other clips, because I know so far I haven't got a whole lot filmed this week. I'm feeling significantly better than I felt yesterday. I was pretty rough yesterday. I ended up having a fever of about 100, and spent most of the afternoon sleeping. So just wanted to show you guys off. We'll show you what we were doing, and I will see you on the next one. Morning, guys. Back out in the garage today. It's Sunday. It's Father's Day. Me and my dad are hanging out here. He's waiting for the sun to move. He's gonna do some work in the trunk, because I don't know if you can see that or not, but the sun is pretty bright right there towards the edge, and we don't get any shade back on that side of the garage for a couple hours. So he's going to take a breather, hang out, do a little bit of that. I want to go ahead and start prepping some of the floors over here. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking this trim out. If it'll come out, if it doesn't, it'll just get ground down, and try to get as much of this, I don't know if it's undercoating or old carpet padding or whatever this is. I'm going to start getting that off. That way I can start making the plates for these, bring them back. It's obviously going to notch around this, and it's going to get some rubber edging. And then I've got to strip this harness basically completely out. That's the rear passenger door harness, which is not going to be used. In fact, the only thing that is used out of that is going to be this, and that's just because I don't want to run new speaker wire. But I'll bring it up over here, tuck it into this column somewhere, and we'll go from there on that. And then one of, I think it's that big one right there. This one. I think that one is the old the rear light and assembly, dome light. So I don't know if that will get cut and swept up through here, or if I'm just going to abandon that one entirely since I still have the front ones up here. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, that's where I'm at. I'm going to set you guys out of the way somewhere here and put you on a time lapse and let you watch really quickly something that's probably going to take forever to do. So catch you guys on the clip. You just see me clean up a bunch of stuff. I'm going to spin you around real quick. Alright. This was the door harness for the rear passenger door. I'm not going to use anything in it except for the speaker wire. And I'm only doing the speaker wire because, quite honestly, I just don't want to tear the dash apart. So, I stripped it down, taped it all off with red tape just because I'm out of black. Over here, I notched the bottom of this seal, the rubber, so that it could still tuck up into the original seam line off this 50. Because once I get the seats and everything in here with the door panel, you won't really be able to see it, and it'll be under the carpet anyway. All I need is just to find me a path inside of this gap, basically. I'll have to do the same thing over on that side, and this side here is actually basically ready. I could go ahead and start measuring out my metal. I'm going to bring it back into here, I believe. So this whole gap right here should be covered. And then at this location, just like here, just like I did with that piece, I want to cover that edge so that it protects those wires. They are sitting down into it. This one needs to pop back in a little bit, but they are sitting down basically where they're supposed to be from the factory. So I'll tweak that a little bit, but this side's more or less ready other than grinding out some metal spots once we map it out. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over and do the other side. Hey guys, as you just seen, I just got done doing all the sill work. I took all the goo and the old under padding and stuff off it with the wire wheel, chipped a lot of it off. Got it done on both sides. Let me flip you around. This side here cleaned up pretty well. I stripped down that door harness to the one speaker, put some trimming in there just to protect the wire. Did the same thing on that side, all the way down. That side was actually way cleaner. So that's where we're at. Gonna clean up a little bit here on the floor just because I put a bunch of debris and wiring from the old harness on both sides. So I'll strip that all up and clean it. Then I'm going to start cutting up those giant sheets of metal into maybe 6 to 8 inch strips. I don't know, I got to do some measuring real quick. But that's where we are, so enjoy the next clip. threshold plate made. It's not perfect, but it's in place with some screws. It's getting welded in, but for right now, just to hold it in place. Spin it around like you see it. Notched around. This has to get beat down a little more, and this needs beat over until they touch, because we're going to seam it right there, all the way back through. Notched around this little trim piece here, which is staying in, because I believe that helps hold the door panel in. And then it's screwed out over there. There you can see what I was talking about, putting the rubber down. Kind of notched it so it lays in with the rest of the floor. It's never going to be truly perfect there, but once we start getting this area tacked and get a couple tacks right through here, I'm going to start beating that down with a hammer. I mean, we're up here, we're touching all the way to about right there. This little gap right here, that like 2-inch piece needs beat down a little bit, but that'll bridge all of it. This is some very stout stuff. It's just shy of 1/4 inch, I would say, maybe 3/16 thick. It's pretty heavy, but that's where we're at. I want to go ahead and make a piece for back there, and I will cut you guys back on. Hey guys, I'm back. You did a little bit of time lapse there. I'm not sure what all I remembered showing. I'll flip it around, let you see what I got going on. As you see, still got the front section all nailed down. Well, not nailed, but screwed down. Screwed the rear, put a grommet in for the speaker wire coming up out of the tray. So that'll protect that, and that'll allow me to get into the door wherever I want. I actually got probably another 4 or 5 inches of cable shoved down in there already, notched around the seat, so the seat bracket will still stay good. So I want to do this exact same thing over on the other side, but it's probably going to be a little bit, because I'm going to run inside and use the bathroom, and I am most definitely going to find some lunch, because I am starving. So that's where we're at. I'll see you guys when I come back on the other side. Hey guys, as you can see, I got this span all the way around across too. That one went a little further than this one, just because the metal's not cut and there's still more harness here that I got to tuck back. But this gets the stuff I want to basically get done today. This stuff is really thick. It was a really pain in the ass to cut, but that'll still allow me to get my speaker in. I need a grommet still. I'm missing one. I gotta get one to match that one. But it saves all the bolts, covers all the wiring, and gives us a nice spot right here to weld all the way down. So also add welded in a little bit of steel there to help anchor the door, because the door was flexing a little bit down there at the bottom, which isn't a surprise because the pillar wasn't welded in. So did that, did a little cleaning up back in here. Not sure what else we can get done today. Fireworks are already went off, and so that's where we are. So that's probably going to be all of it for today. I want to go ahead and add everything I got from this week and put it up. It's not a whole lot of anything, but whatever. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for checking us out.